Now that we've got the property parcel ID information, I'm going to use the physical address, and then I'm going to locate this information on the Osceola County GIS data website. So I'm going to go ahead and click and go, I'm going to use Google, sorry. So I'm going to go to Osceola, if I could spell it, County GIS maps. Okay, and you can do this for your own county too. I'm going to go to the GIS and it'll give me interactive maps. I'm going to go ahead and click this link. Make sure you're using the Internet Explorer and your pop-up blocker is allowing this website. If not, you won't be able to get this information. Now, I actually know my project is, this is Narcoossee. So I know my project is actually over here. Now, I'm going to do it by search by, see right there it is. I'm going to do it search by address since I copied it. And I'm going to copy, control, paste, and then I'm going to do a search. And it should bring me exactly to my site. All right, so there it is. That's the site. Now I'm going to close this out and I'm going to hit this little button here. And it allows me to see my layers. So you can see that the parcels are already on, and you can see this is an active search parcel. So on this, you could get information on your parcel here. So I'm going to close this out to give myself more room. So, okay. So make this layer active, gives you the ability to get information from this. So let me see. Now I want to take a look at the zoning. We'll start in order. We want to take a look at the future land use. So it's low density residential. And we'll have to go to the zoning code to see what low density residential means to get our setbacks and to get how many units per acre we're allowed. So it's called an LDR, low density residential. The zoning map is what I'm looking for because I want to see what I'm also zoned around me. So before, you can see that originally somebody's already rezoned this project because it was agricultural, and you can tell it by the land use. There was a development proposed for this project, but it has since changed. So what I want to do is I want to make a map of this so I can have it in my file and refer to. Now I'm going to go ahead and print this for my records. So I'm going to click on print up here at the top. And I'm just going to do a simple landscape. And the title is Design Project. Y'all be giving your projects a name. The subtitle is Zoning Map. I'm going to change that to a PDF. I'm not going to retain scale. And then I'm going to preview because we're not measuring anything on scale. Okay. Unfortunately, our legend comes off the page, but I'm not going to worry about that. Go ahead and print your document to a PDF if it doesn't already allow it. And then I'm going to print. You can also do a screenshot. That's fine. I'm going to put this on I'm just going to put this on my desktop instead of browsing out for right now. And then I'm going to say Design Project Zoning Map. We only really need to know what the zoning is, and we know that the zoning is going to be LDR. So make note of that. LDR stands for low density residential. So I'm going to uncheck that. We'll also be looking at the see if there's any floodplains in there, effective FEMA maps. I also want to come down here. Let's go ahead and turn the aerial on so you can see what's the surrounding pictures are. So it's loading. All right. So the floodplain map, we don't have any floodplains in our area. So you can just make reference to that. I'm not going to have you do a floodplain map. What else map do I need you to download? The soils. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the soils on. The soils are important because we need to know if we can build on the soils. So I am going to turn the floodplain off, the FEMA map off. And I'm going to zoom tighter to our site because I don't really care about the surrounding sites. So I'm just scrolling in. So there are basically, if we're just going to, I think we're just going to look at this site for right, well, looking at both of these two sites, I think this is going to be our only one that we're going to design though, because I don't want it so overly large. We have Bassinger fine sand and we have Makaya. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and create a map. Again, it's going to be a simple one. We'll call it Design Project. And this is going to be the soils map. I'm going to make that a PDF. I'm not going to retain the scale. And I'm going to preview and then I'll print. And then I'm going to save that as a design okay. Close that. We also want to take a look at, I want to look at the national wetlands here because this area looks, that's what I was thinking. There's a wetland area here. I'm a little surprised that it's not more so. What you would do is you would actually go out and have an environmentalist flag the wetlands to know what you need to preserve, or if you're going to have to mitigate the site because there's wetlands on site. So just looking at that, know that we have wetlands on site. I do have a topographic survey for this site that identifies the wetlands. So I don't need this map. I just need to know if there's wetlands on site and if I'm supposed to mitigate for them, if I impact them. You can look at the benchmarks. Benchmarks will be important for the surveyors. I'm going to turn off the wetlands. So there's a benchmark right here, and there is a benchmark further down the street here. Okay, so there's two benchmarks that our surveyors can use to do a topographic survey on this site. Now, I do want to show you one thing while we're here is if you go to, and almost all counties have this, and I'm going to do Google again. All right, Osceola County benchmarks. So I'm going to click on Benchmarks Osceola County, and that will bring me to the benchmark book that they have. And I'm going to go ahead and download this. In here, it has all of the benchmarks available. If you download it, then you can scroll through and find all of the benchmark numbers. So this one, if I go back to benchmarks and close that, it's, oh, I'm going to write this down, 03COS112. Okay. The other thing that you can do is get information, like identify. If I click on this piece of property, I can identify and I can get anything that's listed in here that's on that site. Okay. So I can look and I can see if there's even any benchmarks, Osceola County benchmarks. On this site, there's none, but I can see that up here there is. So if I click on this one, still no features. There's the benchmark 1492. Now I did look this up already, and that's not a benchmark that's in that book, but this one is. Okay, so there's the benchmark. It's got X and Y coordinates on it. If you go to here, and like I said, it's OS, this one right here, it's got a second order class. It's got a elevation, NAVD, and NGVD. So this is really important. So we also know we're in section, township, and range 31, 26, 31. I want you to go down, scroll down to this one. 26, I'll get there, 31. Okay, so there is our benchmark. I am going to, I'm just going to do a copy clip of this so we can have it in our file. So I'm going to open up my Word document so I can do a screenshot. So insert, screenshot, screen clipping, and then I'm going to clip this. You can also use snippet however you want. I want you to save this, file, save as. In our design project, in Osceola County, I'm going to say benchmark. So this is the benchmark we could possibly use to do a site survey. And save. All right, going back to the OnPoint. So we do have benchmarks out there that we can run control and get a topographic survey on. Okay, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go identify, and I'm going to click on our project area. Other things that are on this project area, you can see the future land use, inventory. It says, it doesn't say insurance. Okay, so there's uplands on here. So this is another way that you can see what's information's out there. The parcel ID information. It also has legal descriptions here. You can also get the legal description off of the warranty deed that we downloaded. All right. So basically what I wanted was the LDR out of this exercise. I also want you to go ahead and create, no, I'm not going to do that because we'll use an aerial that I can get you all for this project site, and I'll upload it to Canvas that you can bring in. All right. So for this video, I need you to get the benchmark, and I need you to create the zoning map.